Hello and welcome to the Good Imaginations podcast. Tonight we will journey to the Treehouse City, where you can unwind, reorient yourself, and if you would like, fall fast asleep. Before we begin our adventure, make sure you're settled. If you are seated, get comfortable. Listen to your spine and relax your shoulders. If you are lying down, get your covers and pillow where you want them. Create your nest. Very good. Now, take 3 deep breaths with me in preparation for the journey ahead. Let go of your day and travel to a vacation for your mind. Imagine with me. See, smell, and be present. Breathe with me now. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow and even. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now, shut your eyes and let's drift off to the site of tonight's adventure. You want to write in your diary, so you walk to the edge of your treehouse platform and sit down. You let your legs dangle off the edge and you swing them. The ground is almost a mile below you, but you are not worried. You have lived in the Treehouse City all your life. Around you, tall, white trees with milky, smooth trunks grow into the sky. It is twilight, and the trunks of the trees look almost like silver. Their beautiful, sturdy limbs grow perpendicular to the ground, and it is on these limbs, winding up and up and up, that the Treehouse City has been built. Each tree is built with many platforms wrapping around its trunk, all attached with engineering and ropes, of course, to preserve the life of the tree. The platforms hold houses, meeting lodges, restaurants, theaters. You hear a group of children laughing far off to the east. Probably puppets. Some buildings are plain, pale wood the color of silvery milk, and they blend beautifully in with the trunks. A few are painted gold, blue, or green. A few are darker wood, with little pub signs that swing in the breeze. There's something haphazard, yet orderly, familiar, yet odd, about it all. Most of all, you love the fragrance of the forest. It is all around you. It flows in through your window when you make your morning cup of tea. It is beside you as you fall asleep at night. It is overwhelming now, as you sit outside, miles above the ground, miles below the tips of the trees. And you just sit and think and listen and enjoy the perfume of the forest. There's something silvery about the smell. The forest smells green and lush, but also cool and pure and clean, more like a cave or a sparkling clear river. You also smell the pale green moss that hangs in the branches, and it seems to you can also smell the coppery, gentle fragrance of the soil far below. Mostly, however, you smell blossoms. Always, all year round, the trees are in bloom. There's a set of flowers for spring, a set for summer, and so on. Something is always growing, getting plump with fruit, and something is always uncoiling its fresh, perfect flowers. You are experiencing the spring flowers now. They are long tendrils of white bells. Their fragrance is gentle, almost pepperminty, and the fragrance is clear and sweet. You stare up above as one of the white tendrils of flowers sways in the wind. You love the spring blossoms. They are so delicate, like soap bubbles. You decide you'd like to draw the flowers, so you unfold your diary. Your diary is a beautiful thing, made of light, hand-pressed pages that remind you of goose down. The pages are bound up in a leather cover, dyed green, that's been stitched together from many giant leather leaves. You run your hands over the grooves in the leaves. Feel the gentle valleys and mountains under the tips of your fingers. You admire the veins. There's something soothing about a network. You could stare at the veins of leaves, both real and leather, for hours, lost in a good think. You feel the same way about tree branches, which you happen to be surrounded by on every side. Is it because your life is a network? Because your veins know that they begin thick and end in delicate little twigs, breathing life into the tips of your fingers? You love veins. You take a deep breath and stare up at the thousands of silver branches above you, their network vast and reaching up into the sky. You feel so sheltered. You pull a long stem of graphite out of the spine of your diary and you begin to sketch. You love the gentle, chalky texture of the graphite as it gets on the tips of your fingers. You draw thin, almost invisible background lines, then come in with sharper, bolder strokes for the foreground of the flowers. The drawing is beautiful, delicate, and you find yourself capturing every detail. You breathe a sigh of contentment. Sometimes, you think, people pluck flowers to feel that they possess the beauty, to try to claim some of that beauty as their own. You've plucked the flowers in your own way, and the wavering silver breath of them on your diary page is soothing. You smile. Then you tip your head back and stare upwards. Twilight is falling, and the sky is changing from silver blue to purple. Lights are turning on above you. Lanterns are being lit all around, up, and it's like a congregation of fireflies. Some of the lanterns at the very top of the city are so small, they look like golden dust. The pattern of lights, larger at the bottom and minuscule at the top, seen through the lace of the silver branches, is suddenly so beautiful your stomach seizes up. The warmth all around you blurs in your eyes. How strange to have so many lights when you are merely in a forest. Some people, when they build homes, they eradicate the forest. They fill in the old ponds and dig new ones. They erase the natural order of things, and so the wildness is nowhere to be found. Here, however, the forest is completely undisturbed. You have all built your lives gracefully around the trees, caring for them and leaving them be. You are immersed in a truly wild, vast forest. The forest goes on, and yet you are also surrounded by light, community. The lanterns and the branches go on for miles, and you feel sheltered. You are in nature, and yet you are also at home. You are not alone. Someone above you starts singing, and you hug your knees and take a deep breath. You revel in the light, the quiet golden glow. Soon the stars will start peeping through above, and the golden stars of these lanterns will stay lit. The dark, whispering emptiness of the forest will be nearby, and yet utterly tamed by the presence of so many good things.